The race car liveries of 2014 are still rolling out, and this time it's the Porsche Carrera Cup of Steve Richards from the Laser Racing team. Steve, you made a pretty bold statement with that paint scheme.
It's a bit different, isn't it? We wanted to change the look of the car this year. Laser Plumbing Electrical have slightly changed their branding in terms of their website and things like that, and their image. So we wanted the theme to remain the same as that, and this is what we've come up with.
It'll certainly stand out, and would ideally stand out front too.
I hope so. You know, we haven't come here into this championship to try and sit behind and fill the void. So everyone's in a new car. The 991 Carrera Cup car is unbelievable. Paddle shift. It's at the same weight, similar power, a little bit more, 10 horsepower more, but a much wider tyre. So I think the grip, coupled with the fact that the paddle shift allows a faster gear change, that'll see lap time improvements of about a second per 60-second lap sort of thing.
You had a few days with a handover with Porsche Cars Australia in January. How handy was that, you know, getting a car in that sort of method?
Yeah, it's the way Porsche have done it has been fantastic. We've had, all of our guys have been up and we've done the training, so there were 2 days of training on the car, the technical aspects of the car before that, and then we had 2 days on track to get a feel for how to manage it and what makes them tick. Because essentially these cars are 4 years newer than our old cars, so there's quite a lot changed in terms of the electronics and some of the systems in the car. It's still the raw style of Porsche Carrera Cup car that we come to love, no ABS, no traction control, but there's just a few little niceties that have evolved over time.
For a guy like yourself, you're pretty busy and you're going to be busy again this year, but this is pretty much from your own personal level a priority?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. You know, I'd love to win another Australian championship if that was possible, and you know, putting all my eggs in the basket here in terms of trying to achieve that. You know, it's the old thing, we're trying to leave no stone unturned. I think everyone starting off in the new car will probably make the field more even. I don't think anyone's necessarily got, you know, the dynamics of the car. They're 100mm longer in the wheelbase, so that does change certain aspects of the way the car handles. It's probably more like a GT car, and what does that mean? It means that they tend to steer into the corner more proportionally than, say, the other car did. The older car had a bit more understeer in the middle of the corner and oversteer on exit, whereas these are a lot more, lot better transition from one to the other. And
just finally, a lot of guys still got a lot to learn, but who do you think is going to be in the mix this year? I mean, Beardo's pretty much owned this show. Is somebody else going to really take it off him?
Well, we've had some really good young fellas in the last couple of years coming through. Shay Davies, Nick Foster, they're all out there to try and prove a point. And I think along with the elite competitors, we've probably lost a couple of the more competitive elite competitors from last year. So that'll mean it'll close the window up between the elite guys now. So we're just looking forward to getting out there. I'm sure there'll be some surprises, no question about that. But it'll just be interesting to see how these cars work around the streets of Clipsal in a couple of weeks' time.
If you want to know more about the new Carrera Cup car, check out the CrimSafe Talking Tech section, where Cameron McConville from Porsche Cars Australia takes you through the car. To stay across all the news in the Carrera Cup throughout 2014, there's just one place, right here at speedcafe.com.